Hi, I'm just going to intro you the new feature that I've added in 3.0.1. I believe it's easier to show you rather than to explain it on a document, which most people won't read it anyway. New to the scene is this word here that says collect these, and there's a panel behind it also. And if you switch to the game mode, it may appear out of screen, but I think it's one of those errors that 2D Toolkit did not really fix properly. It works when you press play. Sorry, I didn't enable the feature. Go down to the feature. So it disappears when the option is not selected, and it appears when the option is selected, which something new here in the winning conditions is get types game. So if you enable it, it will now appear. So you can choose what you like to get in the game right now, because I've hard-coded this to be synchronized with the normal types up here. So you can see it has 0 to 8 elements in the normal types, and it's the same thing here. So if you want, like, let's say 20 of the first type, none of the second type, and 20 of the third type, it will add these in order. So the first one was red, it skipped black, which was the second one, and went straight for the third one, which is 20. So I can modify the values here, 5, maybe just say 3, 4. It even adds, if you specify, if you did not leave all these as 0, even if your number of types in the game is not more than 6, but you specify like one of each, you will have a never-ending game, I suppose, because the conditions are all added. And if you need the space more, then you have to adjust it yourself, because I've just edited it like line by line. So if you want to disable a certain type, just set it to 0. So if you only want a ridiculous number of one type, so the game will end depending on which conditions you set here. So that's very easy to use, I suppose. So if I don't want it, it doesn't appear. So even if it's like 1, if it's not a get type game, it doesn't activate. So yeah, one thing that I would like to add is that if you notice, I actually add them in order. Oops, sorry. As you can see, it's like one after the other. If you actually want it to be like across the board instead of going downwards, you will need to modify the script in the winning conditions. So if you go to the winning condition script, you will look for this function called setup types. So I did a check to see that if the normal pieces and the num to get, things like that, and here is where I instantiate the pieces that you see, which is this. It's actually a game piece, it's not an image. So it's actually a game piece that is has no reference to it. And the transform, you need to ignore this, it's just reparenting it. And this part here, which I specify a count up here, and whenever I find a new condition to use, I would ask it to put the y, negative y, into the count times 2 plus 3, which is also together with its text over here. and the text and the gem will follow the condition to line it up line by line. If you want to change the text is somewhere else. Where is the text? You will need to look for check num type here, and over here, see, this is the text. So this is just the value of the num to get minus the match count, and match count is actually the amount of pieces that has been destroyed. So it's a integer array. So the first array is red, black, and so forth. So this is how much is left after I minus what to get and what has been destroyed, and I just added the word left at the back. So if it's like negative value, I just said 0 left. So if you want to change anything, it's all in the Winnin's condition. So good luck to you. Thanks.